Hello students. Today I am going to start a new part of calculus, that is differentiability. Differentiability of a function. Geometrical meaning and algebraical meaning, both are important for us. So I already explained the concept of continuity. Continuity of a function. What is the meaning of continuity of a function? A function f of x is said to be continuous in the interval I. What is the meaning of that? Overall meaning is, you want to draw the graph of the function f of x in the domain I. Without lifting our pen, you can complete its graph. After starting that, without lifting our pen, you can complete its graph. Then the function is said to be continuous function in that interval. Okay, but how can you define algebraically? So, first of all, continuity of function at a particular point x equal to a. When you can say that a function is continuous at x equal to a, means f of a should be equal to f of a minus should be equal to f of a plus LHL equal to RHL equal to f of a. Then you can say the function is continuous at x equal to a. Okay. At x equal to open interval a to b, function is said to be continuous in the open interval a to b. It should be continuous every c belongs to open interval a to b, and f of a plus should exist and f of b minus should exist. Then you can say that the function is continuous in the open interval a comma b. When a function is said to be continuous in the closed interval a comma b, first of all, first thing is, it should be continuous everywhere. Every point c belongs to open interval a comma b, and f of a plus should be equal to f of a. F of b minus should be equal to f of b. Then you can say that the function is continuous in the particular interval a to b. This is the concept of continuity. If function is not continuous, it is said to be discontinuity. We have several types of discontinuities. So this is continuous function in its domain. Okay, this is not continuous function in its domain, because I want to take a whole here. Function is not continuous. For example, this function is given, is also not continuous at the particular point. Okay, this is called jump discontinuity. This is what you call missing type discontinuity. Types of discontinuities also discussed. But after completion of continuity concept, we need to start the concept of differentiability. Differentiability. Meaning important. Continuity means overall meaning, graphical meaning I explained. You can draw its graph without lifting our pen. But how can you define differentiability graphically and algebraically? Important thing. For that, I want to know the slope of a line concept. Slope of a line. Okay, students, listen. Before that, inclination of a line. Inclination of a line or steepness of a line. This is first part, this is second part. Okay, student, for example, this is y-axis, this is x-axis. Take any line, this is the one line. This line is making theta angle with the x-axis in the positive direction. Then this theta is called its inclination or inclination of L. The angle made by a line with the x-axis in the positive direction is called its inclination. Theta is inclination of a line, that is range is 0 to 180. 0 included, 180 should not include. 180 included, 0 should not include. This is the range of inclination of any line. Okay. If theta is inclination, the tangent of that inclination is called its slope. Slope of the definition of a line. Slope of definition of a line. So, tangent of inclination of any line is called its slope. Okay. For example, inclination is 30 degree. What is the slope of line means? I can say tan 30 degree. That equal 1 by root 3. Okay, you want to find slope of a line, you need its inclination. Okay, that is one thing, students, listen. Yeah, listen, students. Yeah, inclination and slope. Inclination theta, slope tan theta, and generally denoted by small m. Okay. Now concept is how to find the slope of a line. A line is given, you want to find slope. What should know? You should know its inclination. Then you can find. Without knowing inclination also you can find its slope. Take any 2 points that line. Say the point is a x1 y1. This point is taken as x2 y2. Sorry, x2 y2. I clearly defined, explained how to find the slope of the line L. Slope of L in bracket m equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Okay. Y coordinate difference divided by x coordinate difference of any 2 points on the line gives its slope. 2 ways you can find the slope of a line: using inclination, without using inclination. Using inclination, tan theta. Without using inclination, y2 minus 1 by x2 minus x1. Okay. If x2 equal to x1, then this ratio is not defined, slope is not defined. x2 equal to x1 means the line becomes vertical line. For vertical line, slope is not defined. Or inclination sense, inclination 90 degree, tan 90 is not defined, like that. So this is the concept of slope. Okay, listen, students. Yeah. Once again, I want to conclude. Final. This is theta, line L. Slope of L is tan theta. Or 2 points on the line given as x1 y1 and x2 y2. Then slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Provided x1 is not equal to x2. Means line should not be vertical. If line is vertical, angle is 90, tan 90 not defined, x2 equal to x1, slope is not defined, slope of vertical lines are not defined. One thing. Slope of horizontal lines. This is what is slope of this line. Obviously, no angle between the line and x-axis. I can say 0 angle. I can say tan 0, 0. That slope of horizontal lines equal to 0. Okay. Students, yeah. Now, tangent to a curve. How can you draw tangent to a curve? This is an important concept for us. What is meant by tangent of a curve? What is its slope? That is important. If a curve is given, a point is given P here, how can you draw a tangent to this curve at the particular point? Directly can't draw tangent. Actually, we need to draw a line so that the common point of the line and curve should be, say, single point. Such a way that you want to draw a line. Once again, listen, students, we want to draw a line so that the common point of the line and curve should be single point. Then only I can say that the line is tangent to the curve at the particular point. But how can you construct such a line? That is interesting thing. We have the procedure, Nana. Listen, students, how to draw tangent to the curve at a particular point. At this point, we need to draw tangent. Step 1, take a left neighborhood of point P, say Q. Join these two. So that line is called secant line. Its, say, inclination is theta 1, then I can say slope of secant line PQ is tan theta 1. If Q approaches to P along the curve, so now next stage Q is here. This is the secant line. Okay. So what happened? Increase is changing, say theta 2 now. Theta 2 lesser than theta 1. Like that, Q approaching to P along the curve. This is another secant. Such a way that Q approaching to P, then the secant lines becomes tangent line at P. Understood? What is the meaning of that? Secant line at P becoming tangent line at P means tangent at P is nothing but limiting position of secant. That is one thing. Or what I call, this is called left tangent, or I can call left tangent, because I took a point Q which is left hand side of P. Q approaches to P, the secant line becoming tangent line. Now that's why that line is called left tangent. Okay, now do one thing, students. Take one more point Q on the same curve which is right neighborhood of P and join P and Q and extend. This is called another secant to the curve at P, or PQ secant. Sorry, R I can take R, PR secant. So R is approaching to P along the curve, somewhere R here. Now this becomes the secant. Like that, if R approaching to P, then the secant line become tangent line at P. If previous tangent line and present tangent line coincide one another, then only you can say that at P you can draw unique tangent to the curve. Okay, that line is taken as the tangent to the curve. What is my final conclusion? That how can you draw a tangent to this curve? Directly you can't. So first of all, you need to take 2 points on the same curve other than P. One is right side and the left side of P. So this will become secant. This is another secant. If this limiting position of the secant is becoming a straight line, means Q is approaching to P along the curve. Similarly, R is approaching to P along the curve. So you get 2 lines. If those 2 lines are coincide one another at P, then you can say that we can draw a unique tangent to the curve at a particular point P. That line only said to be the tangent to the curve at the particular point P. That is one thing. Okay. Theta 1 is inclination of secant line. Theta 2 is the inclination of this secant line. Say this is theta. Theta is said to the slope of this line. What is the line? Actually what I can say, left tangent. Tan theta is slope of left tangent. Okay. Similarly, students, this is right secant becoming right tangent. Becoming right, how it happening? If R is approaching to Q or P along the curve, then the secanting become tangent. In that case, what happened? So the right secants become right tangent at P. Right tangent. This only I can say right tangent. If both are coincide, right tangent. Right tangent slope also tan theta only. What is the meaning of that? If right tangent, left tangent, both are coincide one another, I can say that we can draw a unique tangent to the curve at the particular point P. Now I want to show the situation that what situation you can draw unique tangent to the curve at a particular point P. Okay, students, I want to draw a diagram for that situation. So this is very difficult and important concept, students. For example, this is a curve. Say y equal f of x curve. This is y axis. Sorry. This is y axis. This is x axis. Okay. Now this is the point P on the curve. Observe, student. On this curve at P, curve has a sharp corner. Now I will show you, student, at this P we can't draw a unique tangent. I will show you. One left neighborhood Q and P and Q are joined. This is called secant line. Okay. If Q approaches to P, students, interesting thing, if Q approaches to P, so this becomes the tangent to the curve at particular P. This is, I can say, left tangent. Okay. Now take one more right neighborhood point R. Now join PR. So this is right secant, I can say, students. If your R approaches to P, If your R approaches to P, then automatically, yeah, this becomes right tangent at P. This is right tangent. Right tangent, red color, white color is left tangent. These, they are not coincide one another, no, here at particular point P. They are not coincide each other. Means what happened? If a curve has a sharp corner, at that sharp corner we can't draw two unique tangents. This becomes left tangent, this becomes right tangent at a sharp corner. If any graph has sharp corner, at that particular point you can draw a unique tangent. This yellow color is left secant, white color is left tangent at P. This yellow color is right secant at P, and red color becomes left right tangent at P. They are not coincide one another. Such situation you can say that we can't draw unique tangent at the particular point P. So function is continuous, no sharp corner. For example, here P, at P the graph doesn't have any sharp corner. Then at P you can draw left secant, right secant, left secant, say Q, this is R. Q approaches to P, this becomes the left tangent. Okay, if R approaches to P, this only they become the right tangent. Means if a function is continuous and doesn't have any sharp corner, at that particular point we can draw unique tangent to the curve. That is the concept of tangent to the curve. That is important thing, student. Yeah, differentiability, actual concept. Students, for example, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, this is say y equal to f of x function. Its graph. Clearly what it's showing that the function is continuous. Y equal to f of x is a continuous function. So according to my diagram, the function is continuous everywhere, or sometimes continuous, the given function continuous in some intervals, but in my diagram function is continuous everywhere. Okay, listen students, take a point on the graph, say P. Let its coordinates are taken as, for example, I will show you students the next in page. This is the graph y is equal to f of x. Okay, so this is a point. Its x coordinate is, for example, x equal to a. Corresponding y coordinate is b. What I can say, this point is a comma b only, no? A comma b only. Or in other words, a comma b is on the curve. So instead of y I can write b, instead of x I can write a. So what happened? B equal to f of a only. Or in other words I can say that what are the point with a comma b, instead of a comma b I can write a comma f of a also can write. This is important thing, students. This is y is equal to f of x, a function. We want to find coordinates of a point whose x coordinate is a, automatically y coordinate becomes f of a. Okay. Students, let a point P is taken as a comma f of a. I will write that next in page. Let P equal to a comma f of a be a point on C curve y is equal to f of x. Okay. Now take one more point on the same curve, which is left neighborhood of P. Say Q, somewhere here Q. I will write Q here. What are the coordinates? Just neighborhood. Actually in my diagram there is a gap between P and Q, but you want to take Q so that it just neighborhood of Q, means the gap should be lesser and lesser. So what I can say, a minus h, x coordinate is a minus h. Automatically y coordinate becomes f of a minus h only. So this is a point on the same curve which is left neighborhood of P. That that I will write. Let q equal to, see, a minus h, no, here h is smaller number means a minus h means what? Just left of a only, no, comma f of a minus h be a point on f of x which is left neighborhood of P. So this is point 1, students. This is point 2. Okay, after that just join P and Q and extend. What happened? Join P and Q and extend. Sorry. Join PQ and extend. Okay. Yeah, now I can find slope of the line PQ, or I can call this line as L. I can find slope of L by using these 2 points. Let's inclination is say theta 1. I will write that in next. Next, let theta 1 be the inclination of PQ, that is line L. So its slope, okay, what is that? I will write here tan theta 1 equal to same, so y2 minus 1 by x2 minus x1. So this is a, yeah, x1 y1, say this is x2 y2. F of a, or you can take yeah, this is x1 y1, that has no problem. I want to take this is x1 y1 first point, no, so I will take this x2 that big issue, no problem. What happened? F of a minus h minus f of a by a minus h minus a. What happened here? This a get cancelled. I will write in next page. Tan theta 1 equal to f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h. So this is the slope of, I can call secant now. L is called secant to the curve. So what I can say, this is secant line or secant line L, its slope is f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h. That I wrote here. This is number 1, important result. Students, important thing is, observe here in diagram I will explain. If h is tending to 0, what is the meaning of that? Actually, here P nana, here Q, there is a gap between P and Q. That gap is negligible gap here because h is a small positive number. The two tending to 0. H is tending to 0, then what happened to Q? Q will approach H2P along the curve. Here Q, here Q, here Q. That I will write nana. If h is tending to 0, here h is tending to 0, whatever Q is approaching to P along the curve. Understood? So a minus h is nearer to a or equal to a. Never equal to a, left neighborhood of a only. What is the meaning of that? H is tending to 0, Q is approaching to P along the curve, and which is left hand side of P only. I will write that. If h is tending to 0, then Q approaches P along the curve. Okay, students, listen. This is the curve. Here point P, here point Q. This is secant line now. So what happened? Now Q is approaching to P. Now what happened to the secant line? Observe. Secant line become tangent line. 1 minute, I want to change the color. Now Q is here. Now the line is here. What happened? Previous, this is the secant line. Next, this is the secant line. Next, this is the secant line. What happened? So the secant line becomes tangent line at P. Actually, P, the line becomes at a stage like this now. When H is tending to 0, Q approaches to P along the curve, then the secant line become the tangent line at P. That I will write. That is theta 1 approaches to theta. That I will draw in diagram. So what happened? Actually, I want to use another color. What is which color is best color? Yeah, this. Just like this is the line, student. My diagram is not correct, but yeah. Yellow color. The blue color line becomes yellow color line when H is tending to 0 and theta 1 is tending to theta. Okay, that I will write. If that is H is tending to 0, then what happened? Then theta 1 approaches theta, okay, and Q approaches to P. What I can write symbolically? Limiting value of tan theta 1 tending to theta is same as limiting value of f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h is tending to 0. These two are same. So what happened? This is tan theta. Tan theta equal to limiting value of f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h tending to 0. Sometimes this limiting value exists, no? The limiting value nothing but slope of the curve at the particular point P, or you can say that left tangent and left slope of the tangent, I can say. Because that is not, I can't say that is a tangent, left tangent I can say. I will show you, students. What happened here? Actually, this is the curve. P is here, Q is here, this is the secant. The secant become tangent line. But what if Q approaches to P from left side? No, that's why this is called left tangent to P. Okay. Tan theta is slope of left tangent at P. Okay, this is written as LHD, left hand side differentiability, you can call. So sometimes such line exists, Nana. Sometimes you can draw a tangent through P which is called left tangent. If you can draw that left tangent, so that slope is tan theta, that slope is this. So what you got, this value is called left derivative of curve at P, that is called LHD, left hand derivative, is nothing but tan theta is nothing but, I don't want to write tan theta, okay, that all tan theta only, but I will write equal to limiting value of f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h. Okay, this is the curve, point P. They will ask a question, draw left tangent to the curve at P. We want to draw left tangent. How can you draw? So directly you can't draw that. You need to draw secant first. So next you want a Q here, like that. Q approaches to P, the secant line becomes tangent line. The tangent is called left tangent. So what is the slope of the left tangent at P? What is the P? A comma f of a. At this particular point, what is the slope of this tangent? Slope of tangent is slope of left tangent. That is better word. That is called LHD. What is that, Nana? Limiting value of f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h, h tending to 0. What you will get the value? The value is said to be the slope of this tangent or slope of left tangent. That value is this and denoted by LHD, left hand derivative. You can read as left hand derivative or left hand differentiability. Okay. If limiting value of f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h, h tending to 0 is finite, existent finite, that is better word, and finite, we can say for f of x at p, we can draw left tangent and its slope is LHD. Okay, what is LHD? What is that? Limiting value of f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h, h tending to 0. That's all. This is one concept, student. Next thing is, now I want to take right neighborhood point here. Left neighborhood, now I want to take right neighborhood a. Right side, now what I can say, a plus h comma f of a plus h only. Student, this is what x equal a only, no? Automatically, what is this is x is equal a minus h only. Automatically, this is what, nana, x is equal a plus h only, no? This point is left neighborhood of a and this is right neighborhood of a. Automatically, r coordinates becomes a plus h comma f of a plus h only. Okay. The continuation of that, actually, let r a plus h comma f of a plus h be a point on f of x which is right neighborhood of P. Okay. So, students, what happened now? R and P are joined. R and P are joined. Sorry. R and P are joined and extended. Okay. So, say this is beta now. What I can say now, PR is another secant to the curve. Its slope is tan beta. I will write. See. Slope of PR is tan beta, that also equal to y2 minus 1 by x2 minus x1 f of a plus h minus f of a by a plus h minus a. So, what happened here? A get cancelled. Tan beta, what is that? Tan beta equal to f of a plus h minus f of a by h. So, what is this? Slope of secant, red line, red color line, slope of secant. If r means if here h is tending to 0, then what happened to x coordinate of r becomes a. What is the meaning of that? R is approaching to P along the curve from right hand side. Okay, that I will write. If h is tending to 0, then R will approach P along the curve. In this case, the line, what is the line? PR becomes right tangent to the curve at P. Same explanation. No? This is P nana, here R. So this is secant actually. So A plus H comma f of A plus H. H is tending to 0. This is tending to A only. What is the meaning of that? So R will approaches to P along the curve. This is one of the position. Another position. One of the situation. So this is becomes PR line. What I can say? PR is nothing but tangent to the curve. What I can say? That is right tangent. That is right tangent. Where I wrote? Okay. That is right tangent. I will show you, students. So what happened? Okay. In this case, okay, beta tending to theta. So I will show you diagram. Beta tending to theta. Okay. I will write in next page. If H is tending to 0, then what happened? Beta tending to theta and R approaches to P along the curve. So that is symbolic written as limiting value of tan beta tending to theta same as limiting value of f of A plus H. See nana, just here only, no? This is the slope of secant. So what happened? Beta changing, no? I want to find limiting value of tan beta but beta tending to theta. That is same as limiting value of this fraction where H is tending to 0. A plus H minus f of A by H tending to 0. So that is what I can say, tan theta. Tan theta equal to limiting value of f of A plus H minus f of A by H. What you call this? This is said to be the slope of the right tangent at P, or this is called RHD, right hand differentiability or right hand derivative of the graph at the P. Okay. This is known as RHD, right hand side derivative of f of x at P. Okay. If RHD exists and finite, then we can say we can draw a right tangent to f of x at P. Okay, that I will write. HD equal to limiting value of f of A plus H minus f of A by H, H is tending to 0. Okay, now I am finalizing, students. If a function is given, a point is given, how you can draw a left tangent to P? If LHD exists and finite, we can say that we can draw left tangent to the curve at P. When you can draw right tangent at P, if RHD exist and finite, I can say that we can draw right tangent at P. So if these two are exist and both are equal to a finite value, say K, then what is the meaning of that? Both left tangent and right tangents are coincide one another, or another words I can say that we can draw a unique tangent to the curve at the particular point P. Okay students, I am finalizing. How can you draw a tangent to this curve at P? What is the procedure? How can you draw a tangent to this curve at a particular point P? What we should do? First of all, left tangent should draw. Second part, right tangent should draw. If both are equal, both are coincide one another, we can say that, then we can say that that particular point you can draw unique tangent. You can draw left tangent. What is the meaning of that? LHD should exist in finite. What the meaning of you can draw a right tangent to the curve at P means RHT should exist in finite. Both are exist, but both are not equal. Then what I can say that the tangents are different. This is one tangent. So I will show you through one diagram. This is the one curve, for example. At this point, this is left tangent and this is right tangent. They are not coincide each other. LHD is existing, RHD is existing, but they are not equal. What is the meaning of that? We can draw tangents at the particular point. One is left tangent you can draw, right tangent you can draw, but they are not coincide one another. In my diagram, this red color line is LHD and this green color tangent is RHD. Observe, they are not coincide one another at this point. Curve is like this. Curve is having a sharp corner. If a curve has sharp corner, at the sharp corner we can't draw a unique tangent. This is left tangent and this is right tangent. Means that if any curve have sharp corner, at the sharp corner LHD exists, RHD exists, but they never equal. Means that we can't draw unique tangent. If LHD exists, RHD exists, both are finite, both are equal, means what is the meaning of that? You can draw left tangent, right tangent, they will coincide each other, or another words you can say that we can draw a unique tangent to the curve at the particular point P. Final conclusion. Okay, the curve is given. A point is taken on the curve at the point P. If function is continuous, that is first condition, it is continuous, then you can check for differentiability. Checking for differentiability means what? We need to find LHD should exist in finite, we need to find RHD should exist in finite, and LHD equal to RHD. Then you can say that the function is differentiable at that particular point. That is a algebraical meaning. So what I explained just now, geometrical meaning. Geometrically, what is the meaning? At that particular point you can draw a unique tangent to the curve. At the particular point you can draw unique tangent to the curve, means left tangent, right tangent will coincide one another at P. Then you can say that at that particular point you can draw unique tangent. Then you can say that the function is differentiable at the particular point P. That is algebraical meaning and graphical meaning. Okay, graphical meaning is important, students. At P you can draw unique tangent, you can say that the function is differentiable at the particular point P. But how can you check algebraically? For every function you can't draw graph, no? How to check algebraically? Algebraically means sense, how can you check the given function is continuous and differentiable at a particular point P? You know how to check the continuity. Now how to check the differentiability? Now I want to check the differentiability of this function at P. What I should do? First of all, I need to find LHD. That should be finite and exist and finite. Next I want to find RHD, that should finite and exist, and both are equal. Then I can say that the function is differentiable at a particular point. Okay, how to find LHD? Just I gave a rule. LHD is nothing but limiting value of f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h minus h. Don't forget minus h, h is tending to 0. How to find RHD? Limiting value of f of a plus h minus f of a by h, h is tending to 0. Identify here minus h, here h, a minus h, f of a plus h, h. both limits exist and finite and equal, then you can say that the function is differentiable at the particular point. Or sometimes this LHD can written as f dash of a, we are saying a minus I can write. RHD means what I can write, f dash of a plus. Okay students, what is the meaning? At x equal to a, we want check the differentiability. What we should do? We need to find, first of all, we need to check the continuity first, and after that differentiability. First continuity. Continuity should check, means f of a should find, f of a minus should find, f of a plus should find, all the three, then I can set continuous. After that, after continuation, we need to check the differentiability. Differentiability. How to check differentiability? We want to find f dash of a minus and f dash of a plus, both should equal, exist and equal. So for example, equal to some k value. So what I can say, function is differentiable at the particular point. Students, for function, I want to check the differentiability of this function at for example at a. First of all, function only not continuous, no need to check the differentiability, directly you can say it is not differentiable. Function is continuous, it may be differentiable. A function is differentiable, it is 100% continuous. Continuous function may or may not differentiable functions. Okay, differentiable functions always continuous functions. That is important thing, students. Okay students, now what is the importance of differentiability? Why the mathematicians invented differentiability? Okay, continuity. Okay, so to know the nature of the function or holes or gems, for checking that we can use concept of continuity. But what is the use of differentiability, students? Students, what is the slope of a straight line? What the meaning? We want to draw a straight line in the coordinate plane. We need to measure the angle made by that line with the x-axis in positive direction. Then tangent of that angle is called its slope. Okay. What is the slope of a curve? That is important. What is the slope of curve? This is our actual question. This is important for calculus. What is the slope of a curve? Okay, a curve is given. Okay, I want to find slope of the curve at this particular point. What are the mean? If you can draw a unique tangent at the particular point, what is the slope of the tangent is taken as the slope of the curve at the particular point. Understood, students? I want to find slope of this curve at this point Q. What I should, if unique tangent is possible, if unique tangent is exist at the particular point, for example its inclination is beta, then what is slope of that line is taken as the slope of the curve at the particular point. Through this example or through this explanation, what you can conclude, slope of the curve will vary point to point, but slope of the straight line is constant, but slope of the curve will vary point to point. Okay, how can you find slope of a curve at this point? How can you find? We need to find the slope of the tangent can be drawn through this point. What is the slope of the tangent is taken as the slope of the curve. Always can't draw unique tangent to the curve. Understood or not? What is the meaning of that? If you can draw unique tangent, that tangent slope is taken as the slope of the curve. How can you find slope means? What I am saying, that function should be differentiable at the particular point. LHD should exist and finite. RHD should exist and finite. Then I can say that you can draw unique tangent. What is the slope of the unique tangent? LHD only. Both are equal, no? LHD and RHD both are equal to, now only just I took some k, no, here. LHD and RHD equal to some k. So what I can say that what you got k, that is taken as the slope of this straight line, that only taken slope of the curve at the particular point. Students, final conclusion. If a curve is given, how to find the slope of the curve at a particular point? It is not always possible. First of all, you need to check at that particular point function is continuous or not. At second point, we need to find its differentiability at the particular point. If it is differentiable, Means LHD exists, RHD exists, both are finite, both are equal. What will get equal value? That is said to be the slope of the straight line, or that is said to be the slope of the curve at the particular point. Okay. Main invention of differentiability is finding the slope of the curve at a particular point. Slope may or may not exist. May or may not exist means it is differentiable, then you can find its slope of the curve at the particular point. How to find? How can you say that it is differentiable? We need to find LHD. We need to find RHD. Both should equal. Both are finite and both exist and finite and equal. Then I can say that at particular point I can draw unique tangent. What is the slope of the tangent is taken as the slope of the curve. What is the slope of the tangent? That only LHD only. No, both are equal. Both are equal finite value. The finite value is k. Then again slope of this line is k. Slope of the curve is k. So this is the conclusion, students. So this is important class. Very important class. Differentiability. Checking differentiability at x equal to a. What should do? We need to check for continuity first. Next, differentiability. Function is fails to continuity, then no need to check the differentiability. If function is not continuous at x equal to a, it did not become differentiable. If it is continuous at x equal to a, it may or may not differentiable. You can find LHD and RHD, then you can conclude. Okay, I hope you people understood.